Inside Tennis with the Cause is brought to you by Lakewood National. Lakewood National. Golf, tennis, spa, home.
Hi, tennis fans. The Cause here with you for another half hour inside the world of tennis. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Lakewood National Golf Club is the area's newest luxury community. This gated 900-acre wooded enclave features 36 holes of Arnold Palmer-designed golf, 8 Hartrue lighted tennis courts, a practice court with a self-returning ball machine, dedicated pickleball courts, and 2 Hartrue bocce ball courts, as well as state-of-the-art fitness center, a luxurious Utopia spa, grand clubhouse, resort-style swimming pool, and homes for every style of living. Built by Lennar, America's leading developer of quality luxury communities. Stop by today for a tour at 17605 Lakewood National Parkway off of State Road 70. Or log on to lakewoodnationalgc.com to learn more about the resort quality lifestyle that awaits you at Lakewood National Golf Club.
Hi, I'm Greg Rosetsky, your Inside Tennis with the Cause.
Hi, tennis fans. Terrific as always to be with you. Busy times on the Suncoast, within the Sunshine State, and throughout the country. Had a wonderful time covering the International Tennis Hall of Fame ATP Tournament Week and catching up with tournament champion, our number 1 player, John Isner. It was a non-stop week of tennis, which also included a Hall of Fame women's singles and doubles exhibition with Gigi Fernandez, former University of Florida standout player Jill Krabus, IMG professional representatives Danielle Collins and Amanda Anisimova. And then throw in what a bonus this was, the Invesco Champions Tour stop at Newport with Mats Wilander, Yevgeny Kafelnikov, Todd Martin, and Jim Courier. What a tennis haven it was. Oh, it was great. Locally, we had a terrific time at the Hendrickson Memorial Greenball Tournament at Longwood Run Club. Happy to be sharing this. Congratulations to Connor Krug, named USTA Boys National Player of the Day at Kalamazoo. Good to see you back in action, Connor, after a lengthy hiatus with a back injury. So what's new on the show today? Well, we have another great one for you. We will share that busy time at the Hall of Fame Tournament Week, and we will be bringing you a look back at the 2017 U.S. Open highlights. We will also share the excitement of the Greenball Junior Tournament at Longwood Athletic Club. You will participate in the excitement of the Lakewood National Tennis Giveaway Drawing, and we will keep you tennis educated with our Lakewood National Tennis Tips with Nate Griffin. So let's get it launched with the International Tennis Hall of Fame Tournament Week. My goodness, with all going on, you go out there with a wooden racket and you win this event today. How cool was it? Was it a pressureless situation where you could finally relax for 2 sets?
It is a little bit of a relief, especially after sweating in dress clothes throughout the week, to put the shorts and sneakers on and have a game. And honestly, I would have enjoyed today just as much, probably more, had I lost to Yevgeny in the semifinal, because then I would have gotten some rest. But this is not about who wins and about who loses. It is about the game and the celebration of its history, and that's what I love about the Invesco series in the first place. But then to add to it with bringing them here and having the wood rackets or steel rackets, it's a really fun day.
crowd came out this morning and support us, and it was really sort of nostalgia to play with the wooden racket, so we did enjoy it very much.
But you were playing with steel. What was that like, the T2000?
That's how I started the game. You know, I learned to play with the steel racket, so it was not new for me, but it was so long ago when I had it. But it was kind of refreshing memory, and it was fun.
Racquet, the cell phone company, is now one of our sponsors on the Invesco Series Tour. We endeavor to do something unique, specifically for them, and this is our homemade, first off the press net. This is its maiden voyage, and now it'll be off to San Jose for October 3rd, and then back to New England and New Haven for September 6th, and it'll move on with us, you know, for the rest of the cities for this year.
The Invesco Series is partnered with lots of different events, and it's exciting because this is the breeding ground for the tour. We're sort of the other side of that. We're sort of the post-tour. I think it's a really nice combination.
I think most of the reason why people are here, coming to beautiful Newport, Rhode Island, is to see our 3 inductees into the Hall of Fame. I mean, these are absolute legends. To be able to see Li Na, first Asian player inducted into the Hall of Fame, Yevgeny Kafelnikov, who was the first Russian to win a Grand Slam singles title, and Mary Pierce, the last French woman to win Roland Garros. I mean, these are absolute legends. So players and fans are coming from all across the globe. This is the International Tennis Hall of Fame, truly an international class.
No matter who you are, when you get to that moment, to see the realization that everything you have worked for in your life will be remembered forever. You are being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and this place behind us is here to ensure that whatever generation follows, in the hundreds of years that will come, where this sport will endure, without doubt, and evolve to some degree. No one will, those heroic performances, those great personalities, the sacrifices, and just the wonderful things that built the sport will never be forgotten.
What's it like adding an ATP event combined with a International Tennis Hall of Fame weekend?
I think it elevates the whole weekend. I think it elevates the ATP event. I think it elevates the induction weekend as well. You're celebrating players who've retired, who've had great careers, and you're honoring that. But at the same time, you're in the midst of the current calendar, the current year, and all of the events that are continuing to happen, new players, up-and-coming players that are coming through.
John, you're coming off some injury. What's it like to return to grass? How welcoming is grass coming off an injury?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. I think after coming off a foot injury, if I had to choose any surface to play on for my first tournaments back, it would be grass, and it's what I was able to do at Wimbledon and here at Newport. So it is very forgiving for my foot, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
This is one of my favorite tournaments of the year. The fans love the tennis. They know their tennis. There's also the added bonus of being able to be present for the enshrinement ceremony. And of course, this year we have Li Na, Mary Pierce, and Yevgeny Kafelnikov being inducted. So you get the tennis, you get the history, a little bit of everything.
You're a student of the game, no doubt about that. You go back decades studying these players. When you walk through the Hall of Fame, what surprises you all of a sudden? There's something that you didn't know before?
Well, this year we actually did some segments for the Hall of Fame called the Museum Minute, where we highlighted items that maybe people hadn't seen before. This year we got to talk about Rod Laver's spikes. We got to talk about the first ever Ken doll, which apparently had a tennis outfit. So I could spend hours in there. There's something new for everyone, no matter how much you think you know about tennis.
Alex, you got your money's worth out there. Every match you played went 3 sets. So, when you're getting ready for that third set, what do you tell yourself?
Nothing, just don't tank the match, please. Just stay in the rhythm. Just don't lose your serve. That's what I'm saying.
What do these guys like to have in the racket? When do they like to have it? And what idiosyncrasies at the professional level have you found out about stringing their stuff?
It all depends on the player. Some players like the rackets done the morning of their match, closer to their matches. Some prefer the racket sitting overnight. It all depends. With Isner and Bublik, they play with full polyester.
String tension for John is?
John is 45 pounds for the whole tournament. Bublik is 22 kilos on the main and 24 on the cross. Yeah.
So both players are playing under 50 pounds. Reasons for that?
Well, the courts are pretty slow, and they want the ball to move a little bit more, so they go a little bit lower tension. And with polyester strings, you need to bend it a little bit more, and you need a little bit more power. The strings don't bend as much.
No doubt about it. You were playing with a legend. You won it as a team, but you were part of that legend team. What's it like out there with Leander?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, there's a little extra pressure, you know, playing with a guy who's had so much success and knows so much about the game. But it's a lot of fun, you know, he's positive, he's got a lot of energy. It's amazing how he moves and plays for a guy his age, and I'm learning a lot. I'm just taking as much as I can from it.
Never goes. Once you have it, a champion forever. What's this game of doubles still mean to you? Because you put it on the map. You saved doubles when it was perhaps struggling a bit.
You're too sweet. I think the game of doubles to me means a lot of happiness. Tennis being an individual sport, when you get two individuals on the same court, working together as a team, working together as a unit, it makes life a lot of fun. Through doubles, we try and teach the skills to all the young ones out there watching on how you need to work as a team, where the sum of two individuals are greater than two.
I always, of course, have fond memories of the court because that's where I had my breakout moment in 1984. I got into the tournament as a lucky loser, and I made it to the finals and lost to Martina Navratilova in the finals. And that kind of was the start of my my career, really. It was the first breakout moment. So I have a lot of special memories here in Newport.
You were one of those who put women's doubles on the map and mixed doubles, 17 slam titles. What's the game of doubles mean to you? Do you see any changes?
Well, doubles has changed a lot in the last 20 years since I retired. More players are not coming to the net. They're staying in the baseline. And you know, unfortunately, the recreational players watch that and think that's how they should play, but they should not. Doubles is still one of the net at all. You know, maybe with the pros, they have to because the ground strokes are so powerful and it's so hard to control the volleys now with the racket technology and the spin and the pace that they can put on the ball. So I still always encourage recreational players to get to the net because that's where the doubles happens.
Wow, there you have it, a free tennis tip from the doubles champion herself, Gigi Fernandez. Always great to catch up with you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Jill Krabus, you certainly put Rhode Island on the tennis map as a junior. You continued at the University of Florida, putting the university on the tennis map. Then you put yourself on the map with a nice win over Serena Williams and Kim Clijsters. The career. What has it meant to you as a player? What has it meant to you as a person?
Well, that was a very nice introduction. I appreciate that.
And you earned every bit of it.
First, as a player, I just feel like the experiences of just traveling around the world because of what you learn when not only when you're on the road, but about yourself as a player, how you compete, how you conduct yourself, the people you meet around the world, and it's just like none other experience that I can imagine. I mean, it's just been fantastic, and I'm glad I'm still connected with the sport because I get to see all those friends that I made around the world and on the tour, and it's priceless for me.
The semifinals of the French Open. When did you start dreaming about doing that well at a slam?
Yeah, it's been my dream for my whole life, and it's something I've worked for such a long time. So to have that memory in my life is amazing, and I'm really happy about it, and all my hard work paid off.
Amanda, what's it mean to be part of the next women's generation hitting the scene?
Yeah, we have so many good Americans actually on the rise and such a strong American team, a lot of young players too, so it's amazing, and we all support each other a lot, so it's really cool.
You kept growing and growing in the last 18 months. Semifinals, Slam, Australian Open. How did you and your dad, your very first coach, celebrate that one?
Yeah, well, I was very far away in Australia, but him and my mom, they're just so proud of me, and yeah, it doesn't seem real. You know, you dream of these things when you're a kid, and then they come true.
How do you like getting the reputation of nobody guts it out, nobody fights it harder than you, maybe nobody's scrappier than you on the court?
Yeah, you know, I
like
just,
that?
yeah, I'm passionate about what I do, and I love the game, and I love competing, and, you know, I try my best every day, and I don't want to lose, I want to win.
You didn't reach this early in life. You kind of saved it for prime in life. Even more special?
Yeah, I think it's more special. I think I might have a little greater appreciation for it in some regards, because, you know, when you start playing when you're like 14 or 15, I think it's, you know, it's a tough life. It's not easy doing this, and, you know, it's hard to have a really long, sustainable career, so I'm glad that I was able to start a little bit later.
Lakewood National Golf Club is the area's newest luxury community. This gated 900-acre wooded enclave features 36 holes of Arnold Palmer-designed golf, 8 Par-True lighted tennis courts, a practice court with a self-returning ball machine, dedicated pickleball courts, and 2 Par-True bocce ball courts, as well as state-of-the-art fitness center, a luxurious Utopia spa, grand clubhouse, resort-style swimming pool, and homes for every style of living. Built by Lennar, America's leading developer of quality luxury communities. Stop by today for a tour at 17605 Lakewood National Parkway off of State Road 70, or log on to lakewoodnationalgc.com to learn more about the resort quality lifestyle that awaits you at Lakewood National Golf Club.
Nick Bollettieri watching Inside Tennis with my man, the Cuz.
Tennis fans, thanks for staying with us. Hope that you enjoy the remainder of the show with our look back at the 2017 U.S. Open, and also our visit to the Hendrickson Memorial Greenball Tournament at Longwood Run Athletic Club. As always, Arthur Ashe Stadium was rocking and rolling the Saturday before the U.S. Open at the biggest party of the summer, 2017 Arthur Ashe Kids Day, powered by Net Generation. The Arthur Ashe Stadium Monday night opening extravaganza featured the very talented and charismatic John Baptiste.
For the land and of the free, and the home of the brave.
The Suncoast and the Sunshine State, with its residents and player identities from the Oaks Club Women's Open and the Sarasota Open, had strong representation at the 2017 U.S. Open in the men's, women's, and junior events.
You know, we are so excited about our player development program and about our juniors that are coming up in the ranks, because they are our future stars on the professional circuit. And the player development has done with the USTA and working with the private coaches of these players in their hometowns really shown how we've evolved and how that working relationship has helped.
5 of your 16 slams have come here out of the Big Apple. What do you enjoy being back here in New York?
Just the crowds. We always get our best support here at this slam. You know, they always pick a side. They like the underdog, but fortunately they like us. So we always have a great crowd.
6 straight matches without dropping a set, but the last game was the toughest game of the week, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was definitely a really hard match, not even looking at the score. That last game was really long, and I have a lot of respect for her. She's an amazing competitor.
Well, the world has much respect for you. 4 pro events you've played, 3 as a finalist, 1 as the champion. What's it like bouncing from the pros back to the juniors?
Yeah, it's definitely, I think that the pro circuit has definitely made me like stronger and like prepared me for the juniors. So I think I've been playing a lot better since I started playing the pro tournaments, and I think I've changed as a player and I think differently. I have so many more routines now that I do, and I think I'm prepared.
Well, Coco, every time you play, you want to win. I know that. Today you came up a bit short, but you entered this U.S. Open. You have to listen to this carefully. As a 13-year-old You win 5 rounds without losing a set. You beat the number 5 seed. You had an indirect win over the number 3 seed. What are you taking away from this event?
Definitely, I'm taking away confidence. I'm proud to be here, and I had so much fun playing US Open, and I hope to be back in the future.
Been a very emotional 2 weeks for me, playing better and better every match, and have the trophy with me again here in New York means a lot. So very happy, and thanks everybody for the support. Have been amazing.
Longwood Athletic Club with another great summer event, but this one's a little special. It has a green dot tournament with it, which is a qualifier for the Bobby Curtis Championship coming up in Orlando. So Debbie, tell me, what does green dot mean to our game of tennis?
It means the next generation of tennis to come out and play tennis.
How good is that for young kids coming up?
Well, it is much easier for them to do the slower ball when they're learning. It gives them time to get to the ball. They're young. It's always great to see the kids come off and smile.
This is a qualifier for the Green Ball Championship with the Bobby Curtis playoffs in Orlando. So it's got to be exciting. Tell us how exciting it is to play in this.
It's exciting because I can meet new people and I can learn like how they play and their styles. I've been playing green ball for a long time and it's pretty fun.
It's really fun. Yeah, and yeah.
Your brother Sam are able to practice together. Now you find a lot of fun in saying you're only 10 but you're an inch or 2 taller, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that time's on his side, you know that. So what's it like having an older brother that will go out and spar and hit with you? I hope that you take advantage of it, do you?
Yeah, it's awesome to have somebody there to hit with me. So I'm just happy to have a brother there.
I bet.
We talk about, the technique we're doing, the technique problems we're having, and then after maybe we would go hit to practice on them.
So you have to decide what weekends you're gonna give up doing other things so that you can practice, and I feel that playing tournaments is like one of the best ways to improve. Like if you don't play tournaments for a while and then you play one, you're like so off, but if you play tournaments regularly, it's pretty comfortable playing a match.
What is it like sharing your passion, your love for tennis with your sister? Kind of cool?
Yeah, the fact that we both ended up in tennis is pretty cool. She definitely has
a year or 2 on you, and so she developed a bit.
Yeah. She trains more than me. I play competitive soccer, so she has more time to really lock in what she likes.
So what does it mean coming out Sunday morning watching some of your students play?
Well, this is the grassroots. This is where everything begins. And I always had a pleasure to come to a junior tournament to see the next up-and-comers because, as you know, I work with so many kids, so many students. These are the kids today's are going to be the tomorrow champion. I believe people who want to go far need to work on more on technique, fundamentals, and that way at age 15, 16, 17, you don't have to go back and fix anything. So the name of the game is the racket composition has changed, and a lot of people are involved with this instant gratification. Win now, we worry about tomorrow. No. Work today, win tomorrow. That's my intake on it.
Very good philosophy there indeed. Wherever I go and your name comes up, Bangor, Sekou Jr., they want to know how your son, how the family, all of you were able to manage that he was world class, of course, in tennis, and playing the piano, in chess, and in golf. How did the kid do it? How did you schedule all that in? And what did it do to make him the person that he is?
You know, I basically come up with the idea. It was just not to have him play tennis 24/7. And so he ended up we end up adding golf, chess, and piano into that. So whatever you throw at him, he takes it to the next level. So I end up have to schedule piano competition here, chess tournament in Orlando, golf tournament in California with Tiger Woods. So we end up doing it. You know, the kids, he's multitask, and I think if I had kept him just in tennis, it was going to be a problem. So diversification, cross-training is good for your tennis sometimes. Play something comparable to tennis, like golf is good because it doesn't hurt you, and then the patterns are very similar to tennis. Piano is good for the brain. Chess make you think twice, and tennis is a chess, you know, the reality is. And so that's, if you put all that together, and it gives you an edge on the court, you know.
Hey, it's time for our Lakewood National Tennis Giveaway drawing, which includes 3 tennis clinics with Nate Griffin and his staff and a 1-hour private training session with the Cause. So let's see who the lucky person today is going to be. Patricia Soares. Patricia, we will be in touch. And remember, I'm looking for a new national champ, and that could be you. Stop by the Lakewood National Information and Sales Office at 5518 Palmer Circle at Lakewood National.
Hi there, Nate Griffin here, Director of Racket Sports at Lakewood National Club in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Have a tip for you today about tactics and understanding when you're on offense and when you're on defense. So we have these cones out here, and basically when you're receiving the ball and you receive a ball inside these cones, you're looking to attack and go on the offensive. When you receive a ball that's outside of the cones where you're stretched, you're looking to play defense. And on the reverse side of that, when you hit this ball inside of this middle area in this cone, you need to be ready to play defense. And when you hit a ball outside of these cones, an offensive shot, you need to be ready to look to come into the net and transition forward and look to put the point away. So hope you enjoyed this tip, and we'll see you next time.
Tennis fans, great to have you with us on Inside Tennis with the Cause. We love our sponsors, and you will too. Stop by and see them. But until then, remember, in tennis scoring, love means nothing, but love of the game means everything. Keep alive your love of the game. Love you, tennis fans, and we'll see you right here every Saturday, 12:30 on SNN.
Inside Tennis with the Cause has been brought to you by Lakewood National. Lakewood National. Golf, tennis, spa, home.